Thank you. It's working. All right. So this is good. Nice. Woohoo! Now where's the video? Ah, look at that. Show chat. Right?
You good?
Yeah. I don't really see who's coming.
So you're live right now?
Yeah. One person watching.
Cool.
Yay! I'm gonna have to spend more time with this. How? I don't understand. So this is the same one, right? Number two. Two blue ones. Why is it different than the other page? The other ones are so much cooler looking.
That one?
Yeah, like right here looks so cool. Versus the other one's like, eh.
Something like that, right?
Well,
why is the thumbnail cut off all weird?
what's that?
Why is the thumbnail?
Oh, there it goes. Good.
Are you talking to somebody?
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Hey there. Ah, it's like yellow. I like that.
It's probably this light.
This one? But I just can't turn it off.
Does this one go on?
I don't think that works.
I can get another way.
Yeah, see if you can, because it's gross. It looks terrible. All right. We're just gonna wait a couple minutes while things brighten up a little bit. But we're gonna do. Oh, it's a delay, but we're gonna do Marth, and the first surprise is we're doing a Zero Suit Samus.
This might be better. Can we
Okay.
ditch this one or?
Yeah, there's a extension cord right there. Don't mess with that. No, I don't have both. That'll be a little crazy. You see the white extension cord, brah? Tom's helping me out.
Does that look better?
Ooh, see if you can put this on something. Oh, there. Yeah, it's a little bright, but yeah, that's better. At least it's not yellow.
What if we put it on top of this?
Ooh.
Oh,
What was that, dog?
I'm not really sure.
You may have just destroyed something. I mean,
It's a cat.
sorry guys, we're still changing things up.
Technical difficulties and such.
Yeah. And something happened. Yeah.
That's awesome.
My thoughts too.
Why does the graphic look cut off?
I couldn't tell you, brah. Alright, so let's just jump in. Hopefully people will join. So we gotta make sure.
Is there any way to change the graphic, or is it pretty much as is right now?
Which graphic?
That.
This one?
Yeah, it's good.
Nobody sees it. I don't know, dog.
Okay.
It's okay. How do you get all these people?
There's this light too. No? Did you purposely not use this light?
Yeah, it was just crazy. And the cable's too short.
Oh. So this one too is no good.
Mm-hmm.
You sure? 'Cause
Yeah, it looks weird.
you sure? 'Cause look. It's pretty solid.
Alright, let's just do this. Alright,
Who's
that's good. Got some friends. Oh, we got 10 friends. That's awesome. Hi, everybody. This is Alex. Tom's in the background just taking care of my lights over here.
Being a cheerleader.
He's being a cheerleader.
Go, Al.
Alright.
Stream number 1.
Yeah. This is our first live stream, and I'm honestly ecstatic about it because it's just, I got this new webcam, and it's pretty great. It's made by Logitech.
Hey, Al, before you get jumped in there, I bought you something.
What? What'd you get me, Tom?
I don't know if you can see these. I'm just going to put these right here with my hairy self. Is there like a delay on the...
There is, yeah.
It's not really showing up.
Oh.
There they are.
Oh my gosh. Tom got me a couple Pokemon card packs. It's like I'm a child, except for I'm not, but I'm really excited. We've been collecting the Pokemon series Breakpoint.
Let me grab those. Let me grab this one.
I was going to open this for you guys real quick.
Tell them about how we're going to give away a bunch of those.
So, if you guys are Pokemon fans at all, they make these where you get an additional online Pokemon card packs. We're going to give away these during our videos. Let me know if you want one. We have a lot, so let us know.
Oh, something's in there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, sweet.
Break Eradicate. That's cool.
Oh, that's cool too.
That's another. Alright. That's a good one.
Alright. Yeah,
there you go.
You're doing just do those on the...
Alright, guys. I'm going to do this one too. This is the reason we like this series so much is the artwork is just really cool. That's really neat. Here's,
we already have that guy.
Here we got that guy. Oh, that's neat. It's Red Gyarados. Alright, well nothing really exciting about this one. Dang.
Alright, well the break
Eradicate's
cool.
sweet.
Alright.
I think we have painting to do, so let's get to it. So, if you guys watched our basics painting tutorial, what I'm doing right now is using a surface primer to basically nullify the colors that are on Marth or the amiibo. So then I can come back with the colors that it should be based on this custom that I'm making. And we'll go from there. So I'm making him essentially all white because almost everything is gonna change. And they make primer in so many different brands and varieties. Honestly, as long as it doesn't interfere with the type of paint that you have, it'll be fine. So just pick the brand you like. We really do love Acrylicos Vallejo. All right, so what I'm doing is getting the uh, most of his cape, turning it white. If you noticed, I didn't tape off the base. Honestly, it saves me time. I highly recommend doing it if you're just trying a custom for the first time or if you're not used to doing it. I just have a way of removing the paint like very safely so it doesn't damage the paint on the base. We do so many, so I just try to save a little bit of time here and there. Uh, you could argue that I wouldn't have to remove the paint if I taped it off first, but I don't know. Who knows? I like it. I like doing it this way, so I'm probably going to continue to. But there's just like using Photoshop, there is a million ways to do this, a million ways you could paint an amiibo. Um, One important thing I got to do for a white character is make sure that I put a few layers of primer on it because white is not a very opaque color generally. So the paint that you get, you're going to have to layer on a ton of white. Opaque is the percentage of transparency that, or I don't know. I don't know what the actual definition is, but basically, if you uh, if you try to whiten out this blue cape, you just try to put a whole bunch of white paint on it. It's gonna get clumpy and it's gonna look weird. So the best option here is to prime him beforehand, and you don't want to continue to layer it on before it dries. It's a big issue there because again you'll get clumpiness. Let me see what you guys are saying. Cool. I'm glad everybody's here. There's 7 people watching right now. That's awesome. Let's see what Instagram's saying. Yeah. That's cool. If you guys aren't following us on Instagram but are following us on Twitter or wherever you saw this, we are custom underscore amiibo on both Twitter and Instagram. All right. I hope you guys follow us there. And our official name is the Game Changers. All right. So priming does take some time. Some people use a spray primer, and that's perfectly fine. I don't like to do it that way because sometimes I do leave the original colors, so I am open to new ways of doing things, but this is what I've always done, so honestly I need to just find time to try new things because um, we're pretty busy. I hope you guys stick around for a good amount of this. The priming does take a bit, but once we get going with the actual colors, it looks really cool. That's probably the most rewarding is just seeing it go from one design to another, especially when it's something really unique. Just took a second to say hi to everybody. Feel free to ask me questions. I'll browse or I'll glance over at the chat every so often. All right, so I'm gonna pull. Oh wow, I just noticed that I'm holding Marth off screen. I'm sorry, guys. So, one thing that I really want to know is what would you like to see on our YouTube channel? Because right now we have what this will be our sixth video, and what we've been asking of you guys is just to give us ideas on what you want to see. I love top 10 videos, so I want to do a top 10 amiibo, like based on the detail, the overall quality. Maybe the popularity will be in that consideration. But I'm finding a lot of time to, you know, show you guys what we do and try to make you guys as much a part of it as I can. Because previously we've been pretty private, just because I can be a somewhat shy person, and so can Tom. But you know, the I think in order for us to continue to build upon what we've shown you guys, branching out and stepping out of our comfort zone is going to be really important. So we want to just be the best we can for you, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have so many followers on Instagram, and we wouldn't be able to grab the time to make YouTube videos and go to events like we were doing. So all in all, we're here for you. And that's also why we named our new website, since we're not on Store Envy anymore. If you watch our podcast, we kind of rant on why that is. But we named our website not thegamechangers.com, but we are your game changers. So it's yourgamechangers.com, because we want all of this to be for you. We want to make people happy, and that's always been my hope for doing these, just to make art that makes people happy, because it made me happy. It was a de-stressor for me. Top 10 amiibo clips. What do you mean by that? Top 10 amiibo clips. I'd like to see some top 10s. Awesome. I would too. If you guys really like top 10s, which I really do, when I'm painting, I watch a lot of them. I love Danger Dolan, or Planet Dolan as it's now called. I just love learning random info, a little bit about everything, and then I can spend the time to learn about, a concept if it's something that really interests me. But yeah, so our what's called we'd like to do at least 2 videos a week on our YouTube channel. Uh, right now, that's gonna be definitely possible. We've got our podcast we call Brush Up, which I like that name. I hope you guys do too, and I hope you've checked it out. It's just kind of fun stuff about me and Tom acting like twins and saying things and talking about stuff. All right, so that's a pretty good first priming. Let's do Zero Suit Samus, and then we got to do another layer of primer for Marth here. All right. No, all right, shall I? Real quick, I'm gonna edit the link on Instagram because although it's not really a link, um, so excuse me a second. Give me 1 second. Coming back. Just making a shortcut. Okay, so we're going to use this link. It's right now I'm editing my Instagram post and telling people how to get here because I love that some of you are here. I'd love for a few more to join us. That'd be great. If you told a buddy or not or two, that'd be fun. That'd be nice of you guys. All right. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, so we're gonna do Zero Suit Samus. I always have a picture ready. Um, where is? Usually I Google it and I get a screenshot of it or a download. So clips that. All right, so let's jump in here. So Zero Suit Samus is also gonna change completely. The only thing I want to make sure I don't cover is her graphics, like the mark here and mark on her hands and the mark on her back. So I'm gonna have to go around it. Use a different brush for this one. Do any of you guys do your own art, like illustration or painting, anything like that? Love to know. Something I do on a pretty regular basis is browse Instagram, sometimes Pinterest, about just artwork, like user-generated artwork, because it keeps me inspired. Right. So I don't want to get the primer on her clear base because it's really hard to get off. It's not as easy as the paint, but if you're wondering if you are, displaying one of our customs, you can be pretty confident that unless it's, heavily sculpted, the paint's not going to come off. It's really durable once we add the final, details to it, which is a sealer of sorts. I've found a pretty good one that makes sure that you could like drop your amiibo on the ground and hopefully it would maintain its paint job. It's really important that when you get something from me that it's high quality. We always used to say that if you got something from us, it looks as good as if it was manufactured to always look that way. Um, we try to accomplish that with each one, and we do have a couple additional painters, more than me and Tom. We've not always had the same ones, but right now we have two additional people. Sometimes people just get busy. Sunny, our good friend, who's she used to do a lot for us. She just got too busy with work, so we perfectly understand people have important lives. Uh, let's just get in there. If you notice what I'm doing with my pinky, I use it as a um, kind of a structure when I'm painting small details because it gives me a lot of control, a lot of control, and it helps a lot. Pardon me if I pause a lot. It's me concentrating. I'd love to talk during this whole thing though. Let's see if I'm that energetic. I'll try to be. Okay. So with Zero Suit Samus, or I can't really tell. I think we're gonna change the gun to just like a darker gray instead of blue, so that's cool. Do you guys still play Smash? I hope you do. It's Tom and I play like almost every night. It is. We're also into Pokken right now. We played for a few hours yesterday. I'm just gonna post on Twitter the link also. Live stream. All right. Live stream up now. Cool. All right. So, do you guys have any questions? I'm fully happy to answer anything I can. We used to hold a few secrets when things were a little more competitive in the custom amiibo world, but we've we've since released all of those, and nobody, you know, there was a lot of like, yeah, it was a different world a few months ago. It seems to have, because the amiibo thing craze has slowed a little bit. Nobody's like on each other's toes. People aren't like as intense. Okay, so we got. Sorry if my nose is stuffy, guys. Illinois has been, or Chicago rather, has been the weirdest place to live right now. A few days ago, it was pushing 70. Yesterday and the day before, I think, was like 30 something. It has been bipolar by its definition. It is nuts. So some days I'm like, why on earth do I live in a place where the wind hurts my face? Which is an adorable little meme I saw on online somewhere. So we're gonna have to come back with the second layer of primer for Zero Suit Samus because again she's blue just like Marth, and if I'm gonna put on all the white, it's gonna be harder. But Zero Suit Samus is actually a little more gray than white, so that's fine. We don't have to go nuts. But the entire reason for the primer is so that the paint adheres to the plastic much better than it would otherwise. And all these things, I don't have like a dictionary or an encyclopedia on why they are. I'm, I'm classically trained through art school, but other than that, I don't hold on to everything there. It's just stuff that I learned or Googled. So I'm no like, huge master of these things. But a few good tips I've learned is take a minute every 20 minutes or so and thoroughly clean your brushes. Just it's really important because if you don't and then you just walk away and then you return and be like, oh, I'm gonna paint more, and then you look at your paintbrushes and it's like, what? I can't get this off, and then you're tempted to just throw it away, and you spent you know a few hard-earned dollars on those brushes, but now they're for naught. So it's best to keep your tools in good shape. I'm guilty of not doing that all the time, but I paint a lot of these wonderful amiibo, so sometimes I paint until I'm ready to fall asleep, and I forget. All right, that looks pretty good. A little bit more. All right, I think after I do Marth, we're ready to jump in and create the colors for Zero Suit Samus, and that's exciting. Priming is always annoying, but it's nice to talk through it with you guys. It's fun. Yep, a GameCube, Rob. Where? No, it's just a purple one. It's like the purple alt, the Rob. This one. It's like a purple alt from Smash Bros. Yeah. Do 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 do. Just clean it off a brush. I wanted to show you guys something. Me and Kick Ash were talking about this. This is a new Ms. Pac-Man. Uh, it's not quite done, but I made a little bag by her thoughts and her request. So it's looking pretty good. It's got a lot of character. I'm excited to finish it. So I'm gonna do that tonight. And this is cute. This is a Trainer Red Pikachu. And this one is pretty great. It's Nurse Peach using a pill from a Dr. Mario. So Dr. Mario is going to become like a business guy. I like it. So this one's almost done too. Wait, okay. All right. So let me make sure all these paintbrushes are all good. All right, back to Marth. Let's knock this out. I don't want to, bore you guys with priming. That is it's not too fun. So, but have you guys seen the Batman vs Superman movie? On another fun topic. Seems to have mixed reviews. I kind of enjoyed it. It wasn't much fun, so I'll agree on those reviews. It just wasn't exciting. It was, I would say, BA, B dot A. I don't want to swear on the stream, but you guys know what I mean. Amazon. Amazon wants to talk to me. It's probably because something I ordered. Alright. We are blowing through all this priming. What does that say? Where did you get the paintbrushes? Uh, I think Hobby Lobby. Honestly, don't spend a lot of money on brushes. There's so many varieties. Seriously, I buy the cheapos. I buy like $8 3 packs or whatever. Like they have the variety packs. I look at, you know, I look for a flat brush that's small. I look for a needle nose brush that's small. But I've spent $5 on brushes every so often. And if I need like the tiny, tiny brushes that are, the thickness of, you know, a hair, like for doing Marth's emblem, that's going to be tough. Those I'll spend a little bit more money on because it's hard to get like the double or triple zero or whatever the smallest in existence brushes are. But otherwise, don't spend money on that. Spend money on your paint because that is the most important. Your brushes, it may sound weird, but they're all made pretty similar. Some people argue, but I've heard that a million times is don't spend money on your brushes. Get synthetic. Synthetic is really great for acrylic paint, which is what I'm using. Acrylicos Vallejo makes acrylic paint, which is water-based paint versus oil-based. So you won't, when you're picking out paint, if you do want to make a custom of your own, it doesn't have to be an amiibo. It can be anything you feel like. It's just a great hobby. Make sure it's acrylic paint. If you're using, sorry, if you're doing it for amiibo, make sure it's acrylic because enamel paint doesn't work well with amiibo plastic. It just doesn't. It never dries fully, and you will regret using it. So, chicka chicka. Yep, yep, yep. Tom's literally looking over my shoulder like a creep. Hey there. Jeez, don't do that.
You got any comment or any questions coming in?
Answering them. I thought of a cool kind of amiibo. It's called Key Amiibo. It's like Middle like. Oh, shit, I keep doing that. Middle like.
That sounds kind of cool.
That does sound kind of cool. Thanks for the suggestion, Blue Zombie. That's pretty sweet.
Your light's weird.
Your light's weird, Tom. Go away. Just kidding. I love you.
So this clamp light is just crazy.
What's that?
This clamp light is just crazy, right?
I don't know. It's the cord is too short. But I like having it hang over. That was pretty cool. We'll figure it out. And you know, I think Marth is almost done. And then we're gonna paint him white. Gonna paint him white. It's gonna be fun.
What color are you gonna paint?
I don't know. Don't worry about it. I think you heard me. If you didn't, you're deaf. Little snarky punk.
I'm a snarky punk. Let's see where you're sitting.
Alright. I'm gonna get in there. Sorry if I keep pulling him off the camera. I'll try to stop doing that. Another little fun tip, and this one's probably super important, so do listen. You're not going to want to put too much paint on your brushes at one time. Just don't do it. That's bad. So the reason for that, of course, is you get clumpiness, and sometimes you get air bubbles. Just don't be afraid to use more than one layer. Really don't. All right.
That's a little better.
Just let it dry fully before you jump into another layer. Oh no. So I'm gonna try to get this emblem to be just as perfect as possible. It is probably one of the hardest things that we have to do, Marth particularly, but I do have really thin brushes for it, so we're gonna get it. So you guys are gonna come along with me on this fun journey on doing it, getting that emblem looking perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab a smaller brush and get closer in with all of this this dark blue. Dang it. Alright, sweet. Sorry if I'm making weird noises, guys. Okay. We've got a real tiny brush, and this is probably what I'm going to use to get in on the emblem. I'm just going to make sure it's really clean, because here's an example of me being lazy. Okay, alright, a little more primer, and we're going to be done with that. So I'm going in, wish me luck. This is the fine detail work. Right. Something also you'll want to know is don't use primer as your paint. It is not paint, or it's not the same at least. Uh, if you have them side by side, you will notice the difference, and you'll be discouraged by the quality. It's like it has the weird consistency if Elmer's glue was a liquid. It's kind of like that, or this brand feels like that. Or like a full liquid, whatever. You get the reference. All right. Sorry, I'm so close to the mic. How's this looking? Oh man, I got to do something really great at work last week. Um, I've mentioned it a bunch of times on Instagram, but some what I do as like a full-time job is I work on TV shows in the art department, sometimes in the camera department. But what I got to do was we ordered a bunch of crayons and we had to draw a dozen pictures as if, or I had to, as if I was a 6 year old. So I researched what 6 year old drawings look like, and I made super basic drawings with crayons. It was so fun. It was insanely fun, honestly. The the day before we were really swamped. We were really busy in my office, and this was like the ultimate de-stressor. I was like, I couldn't wait to show everybody the silly things that I made. So fun, seriously. Um, if you guys want to know a couple of the projects that I've done that I'm really proud of, the TV projects, is I worked for 5 weeks on Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. I was in the production office and on set, so um, I also worked this year a lot on the show Empire, which is like voted the best show on TV right now, which is cool, with Terrence Howard. I also I had a great conversation because our office is like next to where Chicago Fire films. I always see the actor who plays Chief Bowden, so I got to meet him, and he's really nice. Oh yeah, do we have any idea how to make the wireframe Little Mac? Yeah. Um, so it's a material called resin. I have this is silly, but I'll have to pick it up. But these are gonna be wireframe Little Macs. Don't hate me, but he's in pieces. So what you have to do is you have to make a so you have to sorry, you have to make a mold of each piece, and then when you have the mold, you uh, you cut the two-part mold in half, and then you fill it with uh, the two-part clear resin. Every hobby shop has this material. There's a lot of different brands, so just kind of Google how to do it. But you make you make a mold. You take the mold, you fill it with resin, and then wait 24 hours, and it'll come out hard as plastic. So that's how you do it, and then you paint the green lines on it, and that is it. But it is not easy, it's time consuming, and it's easy not to do right. So don't be discouraged if you do try something like that, if it doesn't go well, because just do your research and have fun with it. But I'm sorry if that was negative. I highly encourage you to try new things. And that's something that's pretty great. That's a fun thing to do. That's how we did the Crystal Pikachu. Is we took a mold of a Pikachu and filled him with clear resin, and he came out great. We'll have a new variation of him at ASIN, the Anime Central in Rosemont, where vendors there. That'll be fun. One real question is, what would you like us to bring to ASIN? It's honestly not something Tom and I know very much about. Not the event, but anime. Uh, Honestly, we were never really into anime. We like a couple of them. We watched, the basic ones like Dragon Ball Z, of course. We watched Inuyasha, which was I thought pretty great. Uh, we watched Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon endlessly. Yeah. What do you think we should bring though? We're gonna do Dragon Ball Z characters for Ryu. We're gonna do Goku and Vegeta as what are they called? Super Saiyan Blue. We already have custom boxes for him. I just got to get around to doing it. Seth Hay was nice enough to make those for us. Used to be Super Saiyan God. Yep. And we are going to do Krillin as the villager, which is hilarious, I think. And we're going to have a couple of those Dragon Ball Z characters, and we'll have more than one of each so that, you're not disappointed if you do go and someone bought it before you got there. But each one is time consuming, so there will only be a couple, and maybe we'll number them just so they feel even more, one of a kind. Thanks to Dark Rat for your love your guys' customs. I really appreciate that a lot. I want to learn how to make custom amiibos because I want to repaint some Splatoon amiibos. All right. Ask any questions that you have. Because so far, what I've given you guys, you're gonna first need the surface primer. You'll need acrylic paint. You'll need synthetic brushes of a few different varieties. It's really great. And then I like having a paint thinner or dried paint solvent nearby and a cup of water, hot water, and patience. If you're nervous, hold your breath for short bursts, very short bursts, and just, zone everything else out and just do your best to get into the small areas. Don't be discouraged. Paint can be removed and you can always make changes. So I'm going to take this small brush to get his collar because I don't want to miss that when I'm doing this. Wow, we're almost at an hour and I'm still priming. That's unfortunate. But that's how things are. So, all right. So we're done priming. We're going to call it done. What's that? Is it being done? If you guys have a second while I'm doing these menial things, go check out our speed painting and then come back. Check out our speed painting and our basic tutorial. They're on our channel. Easy to find. I hope you like it. They're really entertaining and there's some nice music to them. So go do that, please. It'd be good for you. It's tasty. And tasty, I mean fun. Oh wow, a lot of love on Twitter. Thanks, guys. Okay, I'm gonna do Zero Suit Samus. We're gonna get in there. We're gonna make so another great tip. Do yourself a favor and go from light to dark colors. While Marth dries, we're gonna do Zero Suit Samus. I know this video is mainly about Marth, so don't worry, that's gonna happen. It's totally happening. I'm gonna add a little silver so that she looks pretty cool. Actually, I'm gonna use something new. I'm gonna use a really small amount of gunmetal. A really small amount. Click, 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 because it's silver. It's got some silver in it. Yeah, and by new I mean Acrylicos Vallejo sent it to us, and I appreciate them, but it just looks cool. So we're going for a really light gray, and we're gonna add a tiny bit of blue, tiny bit. But he's mostly white, or she is rather. I'm sorry. But now we have a touch of silver in there, and we're gonna get the tiniest bit of. All right, we're gonna use Azul Pastel. Just gonna add that to the side. My little doggy's barking if you heard that. I've got a miniature rat terrier. And I used to post about Moose, my little doggy. He's a cutie. He's a good baby. Tomorrow we're gonna go see The Jungle Book. Have you guys seen that? What is that? I would really like to. Oh my gosh, yeah. You know what? If you Google the Kraken squid amiibo, you might find it because I saw one and it looked hilariously good. And by hilariously, I mean it looked really good. All right. What we're trying to accomplish right now is a very subtle color that's a mix of blue, gray, and white. Something if you're not completely comfortable with the color wheel, just at your local hobby shop or Blick art store or wherever, get a color wheel so that you understand the mixing, because you'll think like, oh, I remember what I learned in elementary school, but then you'll frustrate yourself because you're trying to accomplish just this perfect color, and then you'll just get frustrated. So having that on your side is a great tool. It's really helpful, really helpful, and I mean it. Um, so what else is going on, guys? What are you guys doing this weekend? I want to know. I need entertainment while I do this. I'm just kidding, but it's really interesting learning what everybody else does with themselves. Because some of you are so far, away from where I live. This is fun to learn about other cultures and other areas of the country, of the U.S., and then other, countries around the world. I like learning about it. Pardon my ranting. Usually I listen to heavy metal when I'm painting. If you know who Issues is, I listen to them a lot. I listen to Bring Me the Horizon. They're awesome. I listen to Icy Stars. Which, if you think about it, is probably, not helpful for relaxation and whatever concentration, but it works for me. That's all I like. That's all I like. Oh my gosh, my dog is like wailing. So once you feel like you're starting to get your smooth painting down, which should be the first goal if you're tackling something like this. Once you feel like you can accomplish, smooth lines and have no streakiness in your customs, what you might want to play with, and what I've been playing with, is doing additional details. And additional details, I mean doing more than just one solid color for each part, but if you look at like any computer rendering of a character or any TV show, they have legitimately different shadows and different colors throughout it. So accomplishing that is a great feeling, like accomplishing the shadowing, accomplishing the shininess, like the highlights and the shadows and all the different colors that are in there. That's pretty great. It's a great feeling. There's a lot of people in my house. I live with Tom, and my sister's always here. It's like she likes us or something. I'm just kidding. And by likes us, I mean, siblingly. Nothing weird. You can hear him in the background. Mustafa is upset with something. My nickname for Moose. Don't be afraid if you get paint on something that you didn't want to. There's a way to get it off. And I will show you because I'll probably have to do it because I just got some on her hair and I didn't want to. But it's super fixable and I'm not even going to sweat it. Sweat it. Cool. We use something I don't mind telling you because we're not holding no secrets no more. We use epoxy, which is a two-part sculpting material that is the same chemical makeup of the stuff that they use for making dinosaur fossils, like recreating dinosaur fossils. Like if you go to the museum, you'll see the replica dinosaurs and stuff like that. They use epoxy to recreate what they don't have. And I know this because I worked on a Discovery Channel show, and I met one of those guys, the guy that creates, recreations for museums. Really nice guy. We actually share a personality type. Very laid back, very casual, soft spoken, somewhat shy. So we had a lot to talk about. It was fun. And he gave me some great tips, tools, and such. Okay, so we got. Oh my gosh, look at that. I'm really happy with that. Really happy with that. So we got to go in with the fine details. And then we're going to hold off on doing the rest of Zero Suit Samus so we can switch back to Marth because he was the main focus of this video. It is air dry. You don't have to bake it. With Super Sculpey, you absolutely do. Milliputty, I don't think you do, but I don't know. I've never used that. Wait, do you think you'll make some sort of Mewtwo customs, for example, his shiny form or his Wii U alt? We've made a bunch. For some reason, I haven't been posting those because I've been trying to post the more complicated ones mostly. So we do like dozens that we don't actually post on Instagram or on Twitter, just because I didn't think people would be that excited about them. But we have done those. I just finished the shiny one. I think that's with the green tail. That looked really cool. I think we already sent that out though. I'm sorry. I would show you if I had it though. Okay, we're getting pretty close in here. We're just getting the details really It's just really important to get it all right. We're going to get in that hand, make sure we got that covered. We're looking for, the small spaces that the paint could have not gotten to. It's kind of okay to go in with a smaller brush just to get the wider details, but I wouldn't recommend doing that. If you're doing wide details, and by that I mean there's large spaces, use a wide brush because it it helps you not get clumpy looks. Sorry, that was incoherent. Use wide brushes for the wider areas, no matter what. It's just better for a smooth outcome. Okay. And again, I'm not too upset if I get it on the graphic, because one tool I use sometimes is I use a X-Acto knife to very carefully scrape the paint off the places where I don't want it. You just have to be very light with it because you can accidentally take off the graphic and you can't recreate most of them. Yeah. So right now I'm just getting very close, getting all the fine details in. And then we're going to do the dark colors for Zero Suit Samus after we do a step for Marth, because I've been stuck on Zero Suit Samus for a while. I'm sure you guys want to see what's going to happen to Marth. That's why you're here, aren't you? I'm just kidding. I say weird things sometimes. Getting to know the weird me. Pardon the silence. Just gotta get this details. These details are kind of everything. Once you get all the the wide, you really gotta step up and get in there to make sure you get all the details that you missed. You turn the figure in every rotation to see what you missed. See underneath her leg I missed. So I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna spread the paint as far as it'll go. What's interesting about this brand of paint is it goes on one color and dries just a little bit darker, which is a little different than the old paint that we used to use. Yeah. Um, Give me a minute. Ethan Woodbury. I will link you to the stuff if you like. Give me a minute and I'll help you out with that. Okay, what I'm posting right now is the direct link to Amazon where you can buy the sculpting material that we use. Does that work? Let me know if you like that. I brought you to the full page. I'll send you another link with like the actual stuff that is the stuff, but there's so many options. But here's the actual stuff. So okay, so this is the white color of the Avis epoxy. I highly recommend it. I use the white and it works really great. Read the directions when you're using it. It's important to know, you know, how to use it. Get sculpting tools. Anything basic is good. You're also gonna want sandpaper. So we're gonna do some basic sculpting tutorials on our YouTube channel. So if you're not following us or subscribing yet, please do. Please do. It'll be good for our growth. We're really having fun with YouTube. The hell? Excuse me. I'm overlapping for some reason. I don't know why. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. Click. Alright, we're gonna use this one. Okay, we just have it open more than once. I'm sorry. What the hell? Huh. Alright, sorry guys. Alright, I think we're back. Oh, yeah, I closed a few windows because I had the same window open multiple times and that kind of messed with me a little bit. Sorry. But Ethan, I hope you find that useful. If anyone else, wants to see what kind of sculpting material we use, I posted a link. You can take a look. Getting a little tired. All right, so we're gonna do Marth. We're gonna do all the white, and because he's like a prince, we're gonna make it slightly shiny. We're gonna give it just a little bit of silver. All right, gonna make sure we have enough because another great tip is recreating colors is sometimes impossible. Wow, that was aggressive. Sorry, guys.
Way to go, Butterfingers.
Shut up, Tom. Punk.
How's everyone doing?
Tom says hi. Hmm? Nice. That's looking pretty sharp, bro. Thanks, Tom. Don't mess with anything, dog.
No.
Alright, so we're doing our first layer of white for Marth. It's not going to come out perfect the very first time. So we're taking small amounts of paint and spreading it. And by the very first time, I mean the first layer. But when he's done, he's going to look wonderful. I'm going to post pictures on Instagram. Again, if you're not following us, it's instagram.com/custom_amiibo. And Tom's creepily typing next to me. He's answering your questions.
I've never sculpted before on quite a few. I've sculpted before on quite a few of my customs, but never could find air dry. So Sculpey actually ruined my sword fighter sword, and this should be a. How'd you tell him about the?
Yeah, I linked him to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool. Happy to share the wealth of knowledge, if there is any. Whatever I know, I'd be happy to share. What are you doing? So, some of you said you would like to see top 10s. What kind? Help us out with that. Give us some ideas, and we'll bring them to life. We can talk about, our top favorite customs and show them off, but that seems a little bit conceited or, egotistical. But if you guys want to see it, I'd be happy to make that video. And by our top favorites, I mean the ones that we've done. But, yeah, give us ideas, guys. Help us out.
I have a cool little group here.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys are all sticking around. Makes me really happy.
Looks like Ethan's got to take off, but.
All right, Ethan, thanks for your questions. I really appreciate it.
It has peanut butter, cherry juice. What?
What'd you say?
What is this? It has peanut butter, cherry juice, tofurkey, mozzarella cheese,
and raspberry jam.
Is that like a, what do they call those?
I'll be at every one of these I can. Oh, I really appreciate that, Ethan. You're awesome. Does Suit Samus have a glaze on it? And what's it gonna be? It does not.
It's just
Suit Samus is currently a blue silver gray mix that I created. It's going to be the white alt from Smash Bros. And I was very careful with the details.
How much can you zoom that in?
We're getting there. We're doing the first layer of Marth right now. If anyone's just tuning in. Tom is playing with the keyboard, answering your questions right now, and I'm Alex. If you're just tuning in, I'm doing the painting. Enjoying it. I appreciate you guys all being here, spending your Saturday evening with us.
So,
What else you got, Tom?
what was it called? Blue. I don't know how to say this. Zoe. What's it called? Zoesite?
Okay.
Zoesite.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about a sandwich.
A sandwich
with tofurkey on it. I just love the name. Isn't that hilarious?
Tofurkey.
Yeah, tofu turkey. So creative.
Uh,
Our sister has actually been a vegetarian for a long time. Blue, are you vegetarian or vegan? To be honest, it doesn't taste bad at all.
Really? Well, that's good. I'm a very open foodie.
Yeah.
Tom and I do a lot. Whenever we travel, we go to the local favorites and.
Let us know what state you're in.
Yeah, why not?
Kind of interested to see where everyone's coming from. So obviously we're in Illinois. I think we talked about that before. I don't know if we did on this.
We're just outside Chicago, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Also, more importantly than like other questions, how often do you guys want us to do this? Because I paint almost every single day, and I could totally do this on here or Twitch or wherever. Let me know. And the next one we'll do for speed painting is we're going to do a Shadow Mario. Another one we'll do is the Mewtwo, the Pokken Mewtwo, Pokken Mega Shadow Mewtwo.
Sweet. Blues from California. It's
All right.
so cool that people are like from different parts of
I know, I love
the
it.
country.
Can you guys make me one? I would love to see my villager customized for my birthday on Thursday. Well, I don't think we could do it in time for your birthday because we're pretty backed up, but we could totally do it for you. It would just take a few months. And
I like fake and real.
yeah, usually takes. Oh man, it's hard to say. What?
What did you want to do to the villager?
Yeah. What do you want to? What would you like your villager to look like?
What's the delay on this thing?
Like 3 or 4 seconds. Or three, maybe 2, 3 seconds. So, did anybody answer the how often question?
What?
How often do they want us to do this?
Oh, I don't think so. Maybe I should like type it in here.
Yeah. Should have added pickle juice to make it worse. That's funny. Oh, sorry about that. My knuckles hurt.
You want to post that on mine too?
You can.
Or are you kind of wrapping it up?
No, I'm gonna be doing this until Marth is done.
Cool.
Yep. All right.
Well, here, let me add an account to your Instagram. You know, you can do that now.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah.
Dang, that's fantastic.
Heck yeah.
Alright. I'm going to make his shoulder colors.
Hey, Mr. Alex.
Yes, Danger Dolan.
Oh, we got
What's that?
2 more people came.
Yay, welcome.
The last one, but 2 more people came.
That's cool.
Welcome, new viewers, to our first ever live stream. You're viewing the live stream painting of a white Marth and a white, what is it, Zero Suit Samus. So enjoy my sweet, sultry voice while you watch Al paint. LOL.
I need to see the picture, please. Funk.
My fault.
It is your fault. Got it.
You show them the work in progress of these things?
No.
Alright, I'll do my phone.
Great weekly on Saturdays? Okay. Thanks for that. That would be fun. I think we could handle that. Because I do it anyways. Right now I'm creating the gray color that's going to go on Marth's arms and his shoulders and his chest and his belt. All of them seem to be very close in color. Color mixing is a lot of fun, honestly. I like doing it a lot. I really do. Really do. Alright. And something I like to do is have like 2 or 3 colors in the same little spot. Like sometimes like a streak of different colors. So, and the purpose for that is I can do one color, jump to the next quickly, and then right back, and I don't have to like use up all of my little circles on my palette. So that's great. Alright, so we're jumping in, we're doing the gray. I'm really excited because doing white Marth is one of my favorites because it's Tom's favorite character from Melee. He doesn't use Marth that much in Smash Bros. 4, but it used to be his white Marth versus my red Roy. And in Smash Bros. 4, Tom and I are really competitive with Captain Falcon. We love it. I'm laughing in the background. Somebody's having more fun than me. I'm just kidding. This is great.
What's up, Scout?
Okay, so I'm going to continue with this color on his belt, but I am going to darken it. But it's going to look cool having more than one color on it. So I am not concerned. So on the second layer, I'm going to darken it. We're going to lift his cape up. Again, I'm using my pinky for structure. which I mentioned earlier. And your ring finger is a good helper guide too. Okay. And if you can't get like the really clean lines with a thicker brush, come back. Don't be afraid to use multiple brushes on any figure. Come back with your smaller brush and get those lines. Um, all right. Right now I'm adding just a drop or two of thinner medium, which dilutes the paint a little bit because it's starting to dry and I don't want that at all. Okay, so now I've elongated the lifespan of the paint. I see that I wasn't, I didn't put enough of a layer onto Marth's shoulders. So I'm doing a little bit more.
What are the two surprises there?
Oh, the two surprises were that we're doing a Zero Suit Samus as well as a Marth, and that you brought me Pokemon cards.
Nice.
Yeah. How nice of you. You're a good brother, Tom.
Thanks, bro.
Shut up.
Did you tag all the people?
Yeah.
Like the amiibo alerts and all that?
Mm-hmm. Okay. We're doing Marth's. Are these gauntlets? What do you call it? I don't know. His arms. We're doing his arms. Yes. And they are looking cool. You just gotta, as you're going along, pay attention to defects. Sometimes you'll pick up, dry scaps of paint. You just gotta make sure that you're not doing that.
I put it on Facebook.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
They went into the crap on my Facebook. I don't think anyone does. Usually not post stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it went to the Game Changers Facebook. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't care about Facebook that much because they restrict how many people can see your darn posts. But there's a way around that or something. I don't know. I don't care. Okay. How's that looking, guys? Starting to come together. I'm really excited. Downloads. Look at that a little closer. What are you guys saying over here? Oh my gosh. You made another sandwich, did ya? That's pretty funny. I'm gonna digitize one my way. That'd be cool. Okay. Another wonderful tip is stay in school. No, I'm just kidding. Um, if you're doing a small space like an arm, don't flick the brush because the paint will like flick as in like go like that. Like, move it too quickly because the excess paint will fly all over the place and then you gotta, you know, fix your own mistakes and that's no fun. No. Gotcha. Alright. These gauntlets are just about done. Might go back to Zero Suit Samus while he dries. Probably do the darkness on her color. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. It's way more fun having you here. Each one will get a little better. And thank you. Thank you, Mr. Melon Gaming. Much appreciated. I'm glad you like it. We'll come in frame a little better. Alright. So let's make sure we have everything that's going to be that gray color before we move on. I think we do. Because like I said, it's really hard to recreate colors. Oh, I do not. I need to make the laces on Marth's pants or, legs here. Yeah. So these need to be that gray color as well, maybe even a little darker. So we're going to go just a little bit darker on that. Because it'll look, a little bit contrasty, and I like it. It's nice to have a little change. Okay. So it's not too easy getting these like straight lines, honestly. If I mentioned before, holding your breath for very short bursts. I don't want anybody passing out because I gave you a weird tip, but it helps to concentrate. Just take short bursts like that, short short breaths. And it is okay to mess up. You can go back and fix it. It's not the end of the world if it's not perfect the very, very first time. The only annoyance is make sure that you can be patient if you have to go back over a darker color with a lighter color, because that is more difficult. Tom's laughing about something. Okay, I'm gonna go in with that thinner again. Where'd it go? Thinner medium, as it's called. Where'd it go? Oh. Don't need much, definitely. Close the door on that one. Okay, I really like this thinner medium. It's really great because it doesn't, affect the paint other than to, continue its lifespan, its fluid lifespan. Okay, we are gonna have to go back with the white to cover these laces because I'm steady-handed but not perfect. So we're gonna have to go back in. We're gonna fix it, and eventually it's gonna look excellent. Maybe what time is it? Oh, it's 8:30. Wow. Thanks for sticking around, guys. And anyone new joining us, we are doing a Marth and a Suit Samus. Having a lot of fun with it. We're learning a little bit about how to customize your own amiibo, which I'm happy to share what I know. Okay. I think tomorrow's gonna be really warm in Chicago because it should be like colder right now, but it feels like it's pushing 60. And I feel like that's normal for this time of year, but this week has been super bipolar. Um, First thing I do in the morning is I go for a short distance run because it clears my head of everything that's not, super important. Yeah, it's kind of hard to, sit for 10 hours a day if you haven't done any exercise. So keeping up with that helps me stay focused. You're going to see a lot of new posts on Instagram soon and more videos on YouTube, thankfully, because the show I was just working on is over, so I have more free time, which it's nice to have that time off because I've been quite busy. Alright, so we got that. So we're going to put Martha to the side. How's everybody doing? Just tuned in? Welcome TK Gaming. What we're doing, if you didn't hear, is we're doing a Zero Suit Samus and a White Marth. We are about to start Zero Suit Samus's highlights and the dark parts of her suit, and essentially finish her because there's not that much to do left for her. So we're gonna knock her out and then come back to Marth again. Okay, I'm really excited about doing Zero Suit Samus here because she looks great. She's a cool custom. I enjoy her and Fox. I like doing those as customs quite a bit. And Falco, because they have a certain feel to them that, oh my gosh, they absorb a really great, I don't know, maybe it's even just hard to explain. Sorry, that was a yawn. They end up coming out great, and it's kind of, maybe it's the difficulty level is just right in the middle, so they're not too hard, they're not too easy, and there's enough fine detail where you really need to concentrate, so that's fun. Okay, so we're creating the gray that's going to go on Zero Suit Samus. We're going to add a tiny bit of blue to it based on the picture I'm looking at. I need enough of it, so I'm taking the paint that I used for Marth because it was pretty similar and darkening it just a little bit, and then we're going to add a little blue. And honestly, paint matching is just so much fun. It's just so like rewarding once you get it down exactly as you hoped for. It makes me happy. And highly recommend adding small amounts at a time, paint-wise. If you're introducing a new color to an already established color, add just very small amounts at a time. Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's wipe off the excess. All right, so we're gonna go. It's really important not to glub on the paint for. Oh, I just moved the camera a little bit. Sorry, guys. Can't tell. Whatever. So maintaining the design of the character while you're putting on your first layers is really important because it gives you the guide on where to paint. Yeah, it really helps a lot. So make sure you're using thin layers of paint and waiting until it dries to add your next layer. Can't stress that enough. It's really important, honestly. And this is where I might not talk that much because I want to get these lines really great the first time. Yeah, I think it's looking good. We're getting in there. Okay, so that is really great. I'm happy with that. Nice. All right. Yeah, I feel good about that. Whoops. Good. Okay. We're gonna have to come back in with another layer, and it's perfectly okay. So let's do the next part. We're gonna save there's straight lines down the center of your Suit Samus. So we're gonna wait for a little bit to do those, but right now we're gonna jump in by her leg here. Just gotta, we're just gonna get as much as we can. Okay, it's coming together. Yes, shush. Feeling good about it. Hope you guys are enjoying learning what you are. I hope you'll spend time with a new hobby, whether it's painting or honestly anything. Wood carving is an interesting hobby. I used to do that. What got me into painting in the first place was with my father. We used to do car models and used to kind of be competitive with each other to see who could do a better one. And for a while, he did the best ones, but he stopped enjoying it. So I picked it up. I would do maybe like, I don't know, for a year. Not a heavy hobby, but every time I do it, I would really like it. So when this came about, I did it because Tom and I joked that Samus was too hard to beat. So yeah, so Samus was too hard to beat when it was level 50, the amiibo. So um, we joked that he could look like Ultron. So we made it like Ultron. I may have done this incorrectly. Yep, I did. So I'm gonna have to go back and fix it. But yeah, I was painting the wrong part of her. So I feel a little silly about that. But that's okay. It's always good to have multiple angles if you're doing a smash alt. Yeah, totally did. Whoops. We get over it. Or just like anything that you have like a reference of. So usually I keep my 3DS nearby. I've got um the heck is it? I've got my Zelda one. So how would you guys feel about us doing this on Saturdays? So we totally can. You guys, somebody had mentioned that. I could totally make that happen. Uh, Sundays are also a possibility. Tuesdays or Thursdays are also a good day. Let us know what you think. At the moment, it looks like let me know what you think, because time's gone. I'm going. Is Mr. Game and Watch an easy custom? Um, I would say I thought he was going to be, but he is not. As simple as he is, um, doing the lines, like you can see here, doing all these lines, not easy. Just getting it clean is tough, but it's a good challenge. So I recommend, if you feel confident, to give it a shot. Take risks, have fun, all of that goodness. Where the heck? So we're going around her arm. I'm just trying to follow the guide for Zero Suit Samus's gray color. Sorry if she's off screen for a moment. I need to get real close to her. Some people also take amiibo apart to customize them. Perfectly okay. I don't like to do it. Just it's an added step that comes with an added risk of breaking an amiibo. So, but if you think you can do it, go for it. If you want to do it, the way to do it is you will want to heat your amiibo. Sometimes you can put it in boiling water. Wouldn't recommend microwaving it. Don't do it. It's bad for you. Okay, it's coming together. Who's the easiest custom that we do? Kirby's pretty darn easy. Toad is really easy. And I really like doing. Ow. I like doing. Ooh, sorry. Lucario. Lucario's great. Yeah, those are the easier ones. Hardest to do probably. Um, I think Wario's tough. Um, Rod's not easy just because you have to go back in and darken, these pieces like his visor here, all of these little parts. So he's not easy. Lucina's not easy just because you really want it to look perfect. Probably the hardest though is Ganondorf or Shulk. Excuse me a second. Um, 3. Um, 1 second. All right, back to it. Oh, we have another new friend. Welcome, welcome. We're working on Zero Suit Samus at the moment. We're gonna get back to Marth in a few minutes as soon as we get all these covered. Let me grab my 3DS because I need to know another angle of Zero Suit Samus. So give me just a second. Um, all right. Yeah, give me a minute, guys. I need your 3DS or the Wii U gamepad to Smash Bros. In. And let me grab the copy. Yeah, live streaming. Pretty good. I know. 100, but that's close. Hey Tom, can you put it in there? Yeah. Tom? Alright, I'm back. Just got some coffee. Right. Couldn't find my 3DS, so I brought Tom's 2DS. So the reason for that, again, is I need to look at Zero Suit Samus again so I can see each side of her. Is it still going? Zero Suit Samus, where is she? So I honestly booted up Smash Bros. And I'm gonna look at. There she is. Okay. So I'm gonna switch to the white alt. There she is. Doesn't matter which. Well, all right. Okay. I'm just looking for the fine details. So we have her knees right. The other knee is covered by. Got it. Okay, great. That's good. Good, good, good. So the knee. Ah, I see. Okay, sweet. but I did screw up the, her rear, so need to fix that. But otherwise, we got it right. Okay, great. So we're gonna keep that around. It's not gonna go far. Trying to keep this paint alive. Added a little bit more of the thinner. How's everybody doing? Oh, yeah, we're doing the white alt for Suit Samus. Thanks for answering that.
Who's the easiest?
Oh, I answered that, yeah.
Yeah.
So here's a more interesting question, guys. We'd like more and more to be able to do this kind of as our full-time thing and evolve into more than just amiibo. So if what we'd like to do is find good reasons to have people subscribe to Patreon. Would you guys be interested in that? And also, what kinds of perks would you want every month? And then we would want to create, good discussion on what kind of, strong content we can bring you. Because every, you know, sorry, I trailed off because I'm trying to get underneath Suit Samus's arm and the fine details. Tom, you want to help me out with that question?
Yep. Eating cantaloupe. So yeah, I think what Al was asking was, we want to set up a Patreon. What kind of perks would you want, and what kind of content would you like us to create for that? And would you be interested in if we launched something like that?
Mm-hmm.
So it was like 3 questions in one question. Buy one, get one free. I laugh at my own jokes.
So let us know. You guys are kind of the front line since you're watching this.
Oh, so obvious perk, discount on customs.
Okay.
I also like the idea of spanning your market to more than just amiibo.
I like that too. So,
oh yeah, we should totally put more custom Disney Infinity on the website.
yeah, we love doing Disney Infinity characters. We just haven't made many of them available. Mm-hmm. All right, so discounts on customs easily done, and
we might be able to work on that this weekend, getting the Disney Infinity up there.
Also, expanding past custom amiibo, totally doable. We've done some pop figures and Disney Infinity characters. So we'll expand past that. What I'd like to expand through. Oh, okay. All right, Tom, you want to read that off?
Mr. Mellon Gaming 13 said, I think every sub to Patreon gets a 20% discount on their next purchase with a code that only works once for every sub. No to use, like it expires and no one else can use that code. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
Okay, so exclusive discount codes. That's great. That's excellent. Awesome. I like it.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's a great idea.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Disney Infinity, since you're Doing a white one. Can I just throw this in here?
What? No, dude. Get out of here. So here's Tom. What is he called?
It's the um, Future Foundation Spider-Man.
Cool. We love Marvel very, very much.
He's still a work in progress, so
Yeah, he's
right
going
now he
away.
just has the white primer.
He,
Oh,
he's he's not a priority at the moment. All right, that looks sick. I'm glad you like that. Oh, you might like this since we're such huge Marvel fans. Tom got me this for Christmas. It's very, very threatening,
very
but
cool.
also small. It's Ultron.
There really is a lag on that. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing to show some of the stuff you work on.
What's up?
I don't think it's bad to show the stuff you work on.
I did for the most part. All right. So these are tough. You might know this. It's the semi-finished Shrek Wario. We have 4 in the works, but they're almost done. I need to do sanding on all of them and add a little bit of additional sculpting, but that's going to be Shrek Wario, which Attica liked a lot. If you guys know who that is, big Marvel. 11 out of 10. Thank you, TK Gaming. Appreciate it. I also um, Maximum Ogre Drive. That is hilarious. Tom, did you catch that? Oh my gosh, I love it. Yeah. Oh man. If you guys didn't know, we met Etika at C2E2. Him and Roger's Base came to our booth. That was amazing. Such nice guys. Yeah, it was good times. We've also been chatting it up with Abdallah Smash 026. He just did a giveaway of several of our customs at the PAX East panel, at his own PAX East panel. I hear it was successful. So great news there. Okay. We are coming together. All right. So now what we're going to do, welcome to the stream, another new friend. Thought I'd drop by quick because I have a few minutes. Welcome back, Ethan. So Zero Suit Samus is getting her gray. All right, I'm coming in with the really thin brush so that I can get the very fine details. After this stream, I might have to, do additional work to Zero Suit Samus. She is quite difficult, and I do have a few things to do tonight, which is weird because it's already 9. But most of those things include answering emails, which Tom usually tries to do, but he's a busy guy, so I get to him as well. But I'm really happy with how these lines are going. I'm really excited about it because I was a little concerned. It's a bit of a Okay, for the most part, those look really good. I'm going to add a touch of water to my paint to maintain it just a little bit longer. So we're almost done. It's not the cleanest thing I've ever done, but it will be. It will be. I am not concerned. Alright, so going in with the other side. We're just going to do it quick. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. Anybody new? We're doing Suit Samus and Marth. I had mentioned that we had a couple surprises. The one surprise is that we're doing Suit Samus, and the other one is that Tom was nice enough to bring me a couple Pokemon card packs. What nice guy. I'm a big fan of Pokemon still. I hope you guys are. I hope you guys are playing Pokken, because it's a blast. Tom and I are really competitive, being twins. And brothers, of course. But brothers can be competitive. It's part of the game. Who's going to come out on top? Hope you guys get along with your siblings if you have any. It's really a treasure to be close to your family. And depending on where you live, the people that you meet, it's not always that common a thing. So Tom and I love that we can, be so close to each other and have a good relationship. We have a great relationship with our older sisters and our oldest brother. Okay. Alright. So Suit Samus is nearing completion. Not done, but nearing. So I am going to take pause on her and go back to Marth. I'm not going to finish Suit Samus on this video, but I will post her when she's completely done, which will probably be tomorrow. But we are going to finish Marth on screen. Bye, Mr. Melon Gaming. Thanks for sticking along. Have you guys seen Pixel Collie Creations Inkling Customs? Yes, and they're wonderful. They're the best. Oh man, they're just really good at that. He's really good at it. Okay, let's knock this out. Let's make it awesome. All right. Right now I'm going to pull up Marth. Oh. I'm going to pull up Marth just so I can see a better picture, because I need to see his feet. While I was gone, I got some coffee. All right. not that easy to see, but we know it's white, we know it's gray. Alright, so let's pause that, put that to the side again, and get back to Marth. Let's do some Marth. Okay. Because I'm excited to do it, I'm going to jump in and do the fine detail on Marth's shoulder. I'm just really excited to do it, so sometimes I need to I'm sure you guys will appreciate it. I'll try to angle it towards the camera so you can see it. So I'm going to first make a line just a small distance inside of the gray. Real important to be patient during fine detail work. Very important. Okay, I think that looks excellent. I think that came through. I'm really happy about it. Going to the other side. Gonna do the same thing. Okay. Looks like we need a little bit more gray on this shoulder. Just another small layer. Okay, that came out great. I'm really happy about that. So now we're going to do the chest, same thing. Just a line around his chest. Okay, well, let's do it. And honestly, just confidently doing it. Don't feel shaky. It's easier said than done, but just go into it knowing you can be that you can be careful and that you can do it, you know. Just know that you can do it because you can. I believe in you. Tom, I'm gonna beat the crap out of you.
Well, there's a lot of violence.
Well, you're trying to mess me up, so that's what you get.
Right, I'll see you later.
Where are you going? Obviously, I was kidding. But look at that. That's exactly what I wanted. I hope that you guys like that. It's pretty smooth. I'm gonna go back when it dries to get another. It's very easy to get too much paint on your brush and then ruin your fine details. Crack at it. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna step away from that for a second. And we're gonna zoom in and look at those really fine details on the shoulders. That little emblem. Okay, so we're gonna try. We're gonna try. I'm not a printer, so this isn't going to be so perfect, but it's going to be okay. I kind of took my own idea on that. I think it's going to work out. It's not exactly the same, but okay, that's cool. Let's do it. Let's move on. All right, next we are going to take this steel color that we have. Take the steel color and do the straps connecting his chest plate to his back. Again, I'm using my pinky for structure, and I'm putting my pinky on a place where I know there's not any wet paint. That's really important. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add some detail to his belt. So we're going to use that same color that we have right here, the steel color, because I like the shininess, and we're going to look for the details between between the lines. So I'm looking at a picture of Marth from Smash Bros, and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to create the extra detail that isn't present. Okay, such as adding a few additional colors to the belt. So we're going to call this one of the belt clips. We're going to make it look really nice and clean. as if the first color ends there. And then we're going to, on the other side, pick it back up. Now we're going to make it look like that lighter color overlaps the second layer of belt, and come through the back and only do the lower half of the belt with the darker color. I'm going to connect. Okay, come back and meet them, allowing there to be another belt, lace, or whatever they call it. Notch or whatever. So now we have 2 layers of the belt. We're going to add a little bit more at the end, but we want to make sure that it looks clean at the top and all around. It doesn't right now, but it's going to. So let's move on. I'm going to take pure silver and create belt buckles. I always do recommend doing the final details last, and by last I mean like actually last, because it's really helpful to do it in steps. I'm going out of order in this case because I'm excited to do a good belt. And you gotta, when you're doing this, take each little part as a new challenge. It really helps you like stay focused. Like say, I know I can make it look like this or that, so just dive right in. Sorry. There we go. So that's coming together, looking good. I'm going to add a quick highlight to this side of the belt. Cool. All right. Alright, now back to the wide details. I don't want to get too off track. So those shoes really need a touch up. So we're getting in there, we're doing the shoes. I don't mind using a small brush for this because there's small spaces. But it's not looking that smooth, so we're gonna switch gears on that one. We're gonna come in with a wide brush and just do it right. It's best to do it right, or you're gonna go in and you're gonna fix all your mistakes. And it just takes more time. It's no fun. So again, thanks for being here, everybody, and anyone that's new. I really appreciate you being here and spending your Saturday with us. We've been at this for almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 47 minutes. could have gone to see a movie, but you're here watching me paint, and I really, really appreciate it. It's quite wonderful of you to do. Could have done anything on your Saturday, but you were here with me, and I really, really do appreciate it. It's humbling. Okay, so we're going in and we're making sure all of the white is truly white, because white sticks out like a sore thumb, and what isn't actually fully painted sticks out even worse than that. So we're making sure that we got it right. If you guys want your own custom amiibo, um, I'd love to see your own efforts, but we would happily make one for you. Visit yourgamechangers.com to order. There's more than custom amiibo on there. I hope you'll take a look at all of our partners. They're really talented people. They have allowed us to offer their products on our website, to do some, co-sponsoring, like we're helping them out, they're helping us out, making friends. Okay, and of course the cape is the most important. We really want it to be truly white. While I'm doing these like mundane things, if you haven't checked out a couple more of our YouTube videos, like our speed painting or our podcast, you can take a look. It's on our channel. Please take a gander and subscribe if you're not. We really do appreciate it. We want to grow quickly and make this as, a bigger focus in our lives as we can, because I know how much it, makes all of you happy and at least entertaining. And, if we can do this for you as a full-time thing, that would be, a dream come true. All right, so we're getting there. We're getting there. So we're going to come in a quick second. Oh, I see we made a little mistake here. Let's fix it. Okay, so before we do the final details on the back of his cape and do all the gold trim on Marth's front, I'm gonna do the purplish red. TK Gaming, our customs range from 30 to 70, depending on the complicated design. It also comes into consideration if we're providing an amiibo or if you're mailing us one. Obviously, mailing us one is cheaper, but we do keep a stock of amiibo, so anything that you need, we probably have. But 30 to 65, sometimes 70, is the range that our customs costs. I would say the average is about 45 to 50. Alright, so we're going to create this purple red. It's purplish red color. We're going to use a new. It's always kind of fun when you already have a paint color that is like perfect, but almost never happens. So we're going to add a really tiny bit of purple to our red. And again, since he's like a prince, he's Prince Marth, we're going to add some silver to it. It's going to look dope. Dang. This is going to be fun, guys. So, take a quick look. Here's Marth so far. We're going to go in and we're going to fix some details. But what I'm about to do is going to be exciting. We are doing this red color on the inside of his cape. And it's going to give it huge contrast. Huge. So I'm going to have to hold the cape back for a good minute so that it dries and doesn't affect the white. Really important not to grab too much paint at one time. Really, really, really important. Can't stress that enough. Might do another stream tomorrow, guys. What do you think? I'm also going to see the Jungle Book. That's going to be fun. But we have a lot of work to do, so anytime I'm sitting here painting, I'd be happy to jump on a stream and do it and talk. I'm going to be painting anyway, so why not? Let me know how often you want to see this. Somebody said Saturdays is a great day. You can totally do that. Saturdays can totally work. If you need to jump in and jump out, it's perfectly fine. It's nice to have the audience anyways. Any number of you. What you could do. Alright, so check that out. That is cool. We're getting the contrast. You know, we got a little bit on the front. It's perfectly okay. We're going to fix it. Don't be pissed off about if you do that on your own. time. It's really easy to fix, and I'm going to show you. How's everyone doing? Just ask that. It's almost 3 hours, guys. I've honestly never tracked how long it takes me to do these, but good. I'm glad everything's going well. TK Gaming. What I'm doing now is making sure I get most of the paint off my brush. So that I can grab some more white and fix the error that I have on the side here. So I'm just going to grab some white, come in very delicately, and just cover it up. Might have to do more than one layer, but it's okay. Okay, see, for the most part, that is fixed. And we got it a couple more places. We're just going to take a look. It's perfectly okay that we made mistakes. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to take a small brush and I'm going to do a little bit more. Something that is gonna look nice. Just gonna give it a cleanliness to it. So a little bit of paint. We're just gonna surround and do a taper off. So get real close to that shoulder and just taper off to underneath there. So it looks like it kind of folds in. It's just, underneath the cape. Just having a little bit of imagination. There we go. See, that's essentially what I wanted. It looks like the red folds underneath his chest plate. It's just what I wanted. Then I'm just going to create my own imaginary line of where I want the red to stop. Because it looks better if it's a clean line instead of, jagged. With Ike, that looks really cool if it's not perfectly ending from one color to the other. But he's kind of intense. All right, so on this side, I'm going to choose to wrap it a little further out. just because that's what I choose to do. Alright, I like that. It's a little different than last time I've done this, so it keeps each one looking quite unique, which is great. Okay, so I'm going to switch brushes again. Oh, sorry I keep taking him off the frame, I didn't mean to. But looking there, that's what I was going for. I'm going to clean it up with a little more white. Okay. But right now we're coming into the red, and we're going to give that another layer. It's going to look excellent, because as I can see here, there's streaks. And because I added that silver, when it's done, it's going to have a slight shimmer, which is perfectly subtle, but quite excellent. And it makes me happy. And I'm sure the wonderful person who ordered this white Marth will be so happy to hear that we did it on stream and that we took such great care of it. Okay, there we go. So we have another layer on there. Let me just make sure all the sides here looks good. Looks good. Okay, I'm going to take a second. I'm going to link you guys to something great. If you want to use the paint that I'm using, it's called Acrylicos Vallejo. Give me just a second. I'm going to give you a link to it. Um, that was really loud. Alright, so this is had another Patreon perk. Entries to exclusive giveaways. That sounds like a great idea. Give me just a second. Turn the volume off on my phone because it's making a lot of noise. Alright, so next what we need to do, guys, looks like a lot of you guys are getting tired, some of you are heading out. Perfectly understand why, it's getting late. Nice, thanks. Right. In just a second. Alright. Cool. So I'm going to jump in here and fix the white again. Just real quick. I made a few mistakes, so I'm going to fix them. Using a new brush this time. Right. Just coming in, cleaning this up. What I'm doing right now is looking over the entire cape, making sure everything that's white should be white and everything that's red should be red. And giving it kind of a, sure, how did that happen? Cleaner look. So I'm not yet happy with it. Okay, that's better. Makes me happy. Excellent. I like it. Alright, so Marth is very nearly done. I have to go soon. Understand. You've done a great job and can't wait to. Thanks, TK Gaming. Hope you have a wonderful night, my friend. Thanks for being here. Okay, so the rest that we need to do, we need to put a gold silver mix down the front of his outfit. I'm working on that right now. It's gonna look pretty cool. As I kind of expected, it doesn't have a very high opacity, so I'm going to add something to it. Probably a drop of beige. And a tiny bit of white just to balance that out. So let's try that. It's much better. Much better. And then what we can do, now that we have like a base color that's going to hold up, we can go back in if we want to, which we probably will. We'll want to. We'll go back in there and add like that same color we were attempting, because it'll just, you know, it'll show up better now that we have like a base that's close. I hope I've inspired a couple of you guys to go out and do some kind of art. I'd love to see you tag us and stuff that you're working on. Just any little thing. Just have fun, be creative. If you're not following us on Instagram, go ahead and do that. We love the attention. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll be posting at least twice a week, at least, maybe more, or we'll try to continue to do more and more. But our Instagram is custom_amiibo. There we go. Do you guys do Roy customs? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. He should be on our website. If he's not, you can use Ike or Marth. He's the same price, and just make a note that it's Roy. Or you can mail us one. And tell us the details that you want for the custom. Alrighty? Excelente. Good one, guys. Alright, so Martha's quite nearly done. Gonna do a little bit more. We're gonna do the metallic laces on his shoes. Okay, in the final picture, he may just look slightly different because once it dries, I may decide that it's not exactly how I want it, so I may just, do some final edits, but check that out on Instagram and Twitter. Both usernames are custom_amiibo. But look at that. So we're coming together. Looks like we made a little mark on his arm, so let's fix that. But listen, guys, I'm gonna call this guy just about done. So I'm gonna call this just about done. We need to do this, but I'm gonna do that because I need to be really focused. I hope you've really enjoyed our time together. I really have loved seeing you all here. We're going to be doing more streams very soon. Here's what we worked on today. Zero Suit Samus and Marth. Let's do a little turnaround. We're still going to do that, don't worry. But I am going to do it off camera. It just takes so long that I want to do it right, and I don't want to bore you guys. Zero Suit Samus needs a little bit more work, but she is just about done. It's the white alt from Smash Bros. And here is white Marth from Smash Bros. Guys, thank you so much again. My name's Alex. If you joined us recently, we're going to be doing more streams very soon. Please do us a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our Instagram is custom_amiibo. Our Twitter is the same. And if you guys are in the Illinois area or coming, we are attending Anime Central next month, May 20th to the 22nd in Rosemont, Illinois. And we're going to have a booth there with our custom amiibo showing off the best of the best that we have. And I can't wait to see some of you there. But please keep up with us on Instagram and Twitter and on YouTube. We really love bringing you content, and thanks for giving input on our Patreon, because we hopefully will launch that very soon with worthwhile perks, because, if we're going to bring you good content, it's going to be good content. So just like our customs, we want everything that we offer to be high quality and worth your time, because your time is as valuable as ours. So we appreciate every minute that you spend with us, and we love you guys so much. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful evening and enjoy your weekend. You guys have a good one.